just like here, we're starting to do a bit of fundraising, so she wants a house out here, and now somebody else, so it's just time, but we've got to clean up the place first.
Yeah. Start somewhere, eh? Just start
Yeah.
small.
Only the weather being hard for us. We tried to do something to rain, but never mind. Then next week, a couple of weeks, kohanga will start up. But never mind. Ngā mihi nui ki a koe pat. Ana ki kā koe te tā koe tō reo. You pick up your reo.
Ka pai. Ai.
You learn as much as you can because it goes with your moko, babe.
I did with marama pai.
Ka pai, yeah. Or chiu te we for Aotearoa. Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. So yeah. So my first question to you, Auntie, would be: can you describe your early years over at Te Ao Marama?
Well, really, I was only a kid because most of the time we were at the corner. We used to have a little one-room house right at the tip of the corner. And the families, they came over to us more than us going over there because we're such a big family. And that was where the family gathered, even rain, hail, or shine, because at that time there was only one way to go back and forth. It was on your fellows waka during those times. They never had jet boats or anything during those times. That's my time. Yeah. Good old canoes was during those times. We had nothing else. But as the years went by and then hat-tricks came in with their boats. But other than that, you know, that's how my life looked over there when I was a kid. Yeah, but the family came over to us than us going over there more often because it was like a point of families that would come from that side to come over here, especially the young ones. And I do know that they brought themselves up really, your aunties and uncles. You know, during those times was hard times, and families had to help, because otherwise, how else? You know, I mean, I can go to other details, but we won't go there. But because you know, because you heard what people here was known for boozing.
Alcohol, yeah.
That was alcoholic. Alcohol was bad. In fact, in most of our, you know, but there's some was able to cope, but some couldn't. But I know with us as a big family, because of that kind of thing, you help one another. And I do know that, like Auntie Mary, your mother, those ones, because they were the older ones, and they have to help, like with the brothers, you know, because to have such a big family. As for me, it was only my brother and I. But the other one was Lena Allen.
Okay.
She married a Rongonui, Pat Rongonui.
Yeah.
And you heard of Auntie Lena,
Yes.
That was Mary's sister.
Yeah.
Well, she was partly brought up by my parents.
Yeah.
But she was, you know, she was a lady, you know, but we were the kids.
Yeah.
But I remember her, she was always there, you know, beside us. So we looked at her as, you know, as someone that, you know, we could turn to us as kids.
Like a mother?
Yes, yeah, and that was Lena, yes. Oh. She was a very humble lady, Lena, very quiet lady.
And that's Auntie Mary Tiria's sister?
Yeah, Lena, yeah. And she married a Rongonui, yeah. Because I think one of her sons was a policeman. I just can't remember now, but yeah. But those are my memories. But that corner house, because we've always had a mara there.
Yeah.
And of course, as the years went by, they called it Jimmy's Landing. Landing, yeah.
So just for those whānau or family members, because a lot of this kōrero, the next generation after me, I have no idea the locations in which you're speaking about.
Because they never realised in Nectar but all all my cousins, they knew that because the old lady Rua and the old man, they never had children, and they adopted Sid and I as their whāngai, yeah. And of course, when when Mum and Dad, when they parted, and as the years went by, he partnered Lorna, Bandy's wife.
Oh, wow.
That was his partner. Got him until he died.
Wow.
Because when Mum and him parted, she came back to the awa, and Dad went. I think he went up to Roadeville. I've forgotten where anyway, but that's where he met her. So for the last recollection I had about that when we went back to his study, because he had his funeral at Pitikure, and he's buried down below.
Oh, okay.
That's where our dad buried. That's the old man Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's buried down there. Because Mum never interviewed because that was his partner, Lorna. Yeah, and that's where he's buried.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they didn't take him across the river.
Yeah.
He's buried down there. Yeah. But I sort of lost contact, as when years went over. And I always wondered to myself, I did tell Cedric, like my nephews, I said, but that's where our dad is buried, the old lady Rua.
And where's she buried?
Oh, we took, no, she's back at Matahiri.
Oh, okay.
Because when they parted, Mum came back.
Yeah.
Because other than that was her and Auntie Emma. They do it, the Piki House, for years.
Hey.
Yeah, Auntie Emma was the first cook, and my mum was the second cook.
Wow.
Yeah.
I find it interesting too when you went back, and I'm going back a bit, when you talked about hat tricks.
Yeah.
For a person like mine, that was eons ago, Auntie. That was such a long way. But all we have today for my generation, for those that weren't brought up in that same era, is pictures.
Yeah, hat tricks, because that's when the Peppery House was built. And it was how they made money there was through hat tricks. Tourists, and then he had a bus going on and all those kind of things.
Yeah.
But that was my recollection, because we used to have a tennis course straight opposite Peppery House, where the toilets are. Yeah, that used to be a tennis court there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, and then there was a school up the hill. But I went back and forward from Pipiriki to Matahiri, with my grandparents. They lived in Matahiri, but as they got older, they went up, but our dad was still alive, didn't Jimmy?
Yeah.
But they do have a funny, Pipiriki, so they went back and forwards. But that's how we were brought up.
Nice.
But my schooling, I loved it at Pipiriki.
Yeah.
I wasn't too keen at Matahiri because we were deprived of our language.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we weren't allowed to speak. But Pipiriki got back because there was a lot of whānau there and a lot of kids. So our teacher wasn't so. He was Mr. Henderson, I think, but they went too hard on us. We were able to, but not too.
Not too much. They allow it, but not too much.
Because they had to go according to the system, when you're told you're not allowed that. But we were just lucky because he became involved with the community.
Yeah.
And so they had good relationship with us. As we went to school, because at that time Maori, the language wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
It was still going. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Are you able to give some idea regarding the life on the farm, to describe what kaya was planted?
Wow. The kinds were planted. There was kumara, kamo, the same what we have today.
Yeah.
because that was strong up there. But along the river, each whānau had a plot, so that person's area is ready. They would share, but that's what they did in the olden days. They shared with what they had. Or sometimes if the next marae needed help, those old people would go up and up here. But with Te Marama, they had a few families, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Auntie Aggie and them and Wehe and them, they all the same family. Don't come. That was your. Remember, I don't know. You remember this is your nanny Wise. She had whāngai sisters like Martha.
Yeah, Auntie Martha Wallace.
Yeah. Well, they were like sisters. They were sisters. Yeah. So there was family there who helped. Yeah, there were people, but in my teenager, I do know. When the grandparents passed on, but the farm because family still became part of, like Isaac and them. They still. Jacob wasn't really a farmer. That's the oldest, the older brother. Yeah. But I do know for a fact, like Isaac, David. Yeah, I said David. Yeah. But the one who held the fort more than anybody else was Isaac. Yeah. Yeah. That's I can recall. Yeah. And that's how Linda never ever left there because that's where her kids were brought up until they shifted into town. But by then, as the years went by, you had to go somewhere to really survive.
Yeah.
Because up in those areas, farm was hard. Yeah. It's to such extent they sort of didn't survive. But I suppose it would have been work-wise. Hardly anybody came to Afi, and it became hard because those times, if you had bales of wool or things like that, well, you had to put it on your canoe and things like till the boats came, things like that.
Yeah, that would have been difficult.
Yeah, all those kind of things they had to go, and then Kai, you had to wait for a van to come from town for people to survive an hour. Because that's when the war was on and all those kind of, but our people, they still survived, but not fully for the survival of your children. They had to go out. So that's why when it came to our time, everybody went different ways, like your mother and your aunties and all that. For survival,
they left.
Yeah, they had to leave.
Come into town. Yeah.
So Te Marama became bare because for survival they had to go out. Yeah. And as I said, alcohol was going in and all those kind of things. But we won't go into those kind of details. We only look at the good things of what happened there.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
There's a question that I'd like to, from your own wakaaro. Te Marama. Your wakaaro, is it a marae?
Well, at that time, we looked at it, we never looked at it as we knew it was a homestead for the Kirimineta family, because that's how, but other than that, the old people looked at it as a community for anybody during those days, because this is what the old people were all about. It's only when you became educated and, the system came in, then families look at it in another way, this is our private matter, those kind of things. But because your whala's koro was a minita, or when you're a minita, you service all people, and you don't say this is my, you will say here's a home for you to come in, like you. Now you're going to do that, so you won't be saying, oh, this is only for me. You look at your extended people, and that's how I saw Te Marama, because families went over there. In other words, they probably looked at it like how I would look at it. Oh, it's a marae where you're welcome. Sometimes a homestead, it's a stigma. This is solely you, me and my family. So I look at it this way, but Te Marama wasn't like that, because Te Marama had other people there. They had Allens, Warihi, they go on and on. They had families who went over there. They didn't say, oh, you can't come over here. This is our private family. Because as the years, right up until, not so long ago, oh yes, homestead, the homestead. And I said, yes, it is your homestead. But for how we looked at it during our times, it was a place where we can go and be a family. We never looked at it as it belonging solely to the Kirimitas. Like here, even though the Pongas are here, but my way of looking at it, it's for partners to come in and be a family like you. My home is always open to anybody, so I've always said to that, But we built an area where we can come together as a family, like what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're not doing it solely for yourself.
No.
You're doing it solely for your extended family. Not only for your children, your grandchildren, but you would look
Definitely.
on the other part of you. It's like here. I have a lot of people that come and say, oh, you're lucky. I said, well, let's put it this way. It's a place where you can come together and enjoy one another's company. I said, the only thing was, when it comes to the homestead here, well, I'm responsible for the rates and the whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like you.
Yeah.
The homestead you're going to be in, you can't say to the community, oh, help me do, because you take that responsibility on yourself, unless you have that trustee to help you. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So if you have trustees, well, you can say, oh, But other than that, if you do it yourself, well, you can't help us. I'm supposed to. It is my homestead. I'm responsible, and things like that.
Yeah.
It's like here. I said, well, somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right too, Mum. Yeah. So you do it in such a way that you don't put a stigma on.
Yeah.
See, this is what happened when Stephanie and him started. All you could hear, the homestead.
Yeah, the identity of one
Yeah,
solely
yeah,
thing.
you see.
I'm starting to understand that.
You know what I'm trying to say? So you're pushing the extended family out because they look, oh, that's a kilometre to homestead.
Yeah.
Things like that. Yeah. It's like up the river, Ngauri, Punga. And I said, yeah. I said, oh, I got the whānau Punga down here. So we still one family,
Yeah.
But they saw the big picture. I said, yeah, be happy. Ngā Uris have gone back to make it happen for us as a family to come together.
Yeah.
And it's, like all the maraes right along the river, that's like you. It's good for you to go back to Ruaka because you belong there.
Yeah.
You go back to Iruharama. You belong there because you probably been brought up practically, when you came out of there.
Yeah.
Like Martha. Her mother went back to Iruharama to stay.
Yeah.
And Linda came down here to stay, with their family. So we still one family from the mountain to the sea.
Yeah.
We ahi one another, yeah.
I get that.
But other than that, but it's up to the family to look at the big picture. Because all I know is all the time that when Stephen and Colin homestead. And I used to cringe sometimes. You feel like an outsider.
Yeah.
Because I'm a nephew,
Yeah.
but I was brought up by the Kirimitas.
Right.
Then I married a Ponga.
Yeah.
So I'm still an outsider because my mother didn't adopt me legally under the name Kirimita because she wouldn't have it.
Yeah.
She said, and the reason why, because they had parted.
Yeah.
And she didn't have the right to think, so she left us in our name, but we are definitely adopted.
Yeah.
That's my adopted parents.
And that's why I think through my childhood, I was lucky enough to be around my mum.
Yeah.
She was able to explain our connection.
Yeah.
And then it's like for me, you're us, we're you.
Auntie Mary knew who I was. Your mother knew who I was. All of them, they knew I was adopted by my brother Sid and I.
Yeah.
Who were adopted by our dad, who was a Kiraminita.
Yeah.
Because everybody just say, oh, how come?
Yeah.
They forgot my mother married the oldest son
Yeah.
of the old man Kiriminata. He was the oldest of the family, but he never had children. His brothers and sisters did, but Dad didn't. So my mother adopted it because we came from a big family, 19 of us in our family.
Hey.
So my grandparents, Grandson and I, and of course Mum became our adopted parents. She helped to raise us because knowing that her parents needed helping.
Yeah.
Because they had older children. It was what my brother saw.
Yeah.
He was much older.
Hey.
Even those kind of things.
Yeah.
See,
And that's probably why I think, Auntie, it's more important when we bring in Te Ao Māori, where we talk about wakapapa and we talk about structure within the wakapapa, tuakana.
Yeah.
You know, you come from the tuakana line and we're from the Pūtiki line somewhere down further.
And that's another hurting part too, when sometimes they talk about it, sometimes it separates you from one another.
Yeah, yeah.
It becomes a thing. I know for Mary,
yeah,
they always did it, but the tuakana buzz was naughty. And I need to say that, but my mother said Mary, she was selfish. She should always put herself, she was a up to her.
Yeah.
But your mother was one of those.
Yeah.
She was on her own waka, and every one of them, they all knew that she was a tuakana.
Yeah.
But they didn't,
Yeah. When that's and that's one of the reasons.
Oh, yeah, we have one there.
And that's it's all right, you guys can talk. And that's one of the reasons why I knew if I need to get things correct in the mahi that I would like to see over home.
What do you want, Mum?
Then I need to come back.
I don't know what you got there, but give me one packet.
Then I need to have a quarter.
A small one.
Whole bakery in here.
So there you got it. You got it.
See, that's what family does. See, they know you're a family.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
yeah, that's what
And
we
take
do.
one,
But you
the
have
same
to-
thing will make it.
You have to pass on to your, each one has.
well, that's the other thing. There's a responsibility of gaining knowledge, right? And the responsibility is don't keep it to oneself. It needs to be shared.
Yeah.
And that's why I've asked if I could record you. So that your words don't get misconstrued and I don't misinterpret your words either. So that it can help put a foundation on where to now for us as a wānau.
Yeah, we always look at one another as one family. It didn't matter we were tuakana taina, but
Hey, myself.
we always. But
never
in
close.
your mind, you know who's a tuakana.
Yeah.
It's like with me. I've always known Mary was a tuakana. She was the oldest of the family.
Yeah.
And if you look at Mary, Mary, your Auntie Mary, well, that was the old man's daughter
Yeah.
who married Turia.
Yeah.
Yeah, those kind of things.
Definitely. So here's my my last partai. If you could give a name
Ooh.
for our new warepuni, if you could,
Ooh, how
what would that
you
be?
leave it till the time comes
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
It's better left in abeyance.
yeah.
Because what you've
No,
got
when I
here,
see
even
the
on
people like
your,
you,
I like your trust name. That was beautiful how you put it.
Oh, well, I put a karanga out to my children yesterday. I'm stuck with
Oh,
the name.
Oh,
So then this
Yeah.
Tani had talked about the generations of seeds.
too much.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, is that the name of it?
yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you, Auntie.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for giving me the time.
But I'm simple, I never ever sort of taken